Hello, once again, Pokepeeps. In the last PvP video, I got to Expert rank. This PvP video, we're going to be seeing if I can make it to Legend. The team is the same, but the format is a little different. Last time it was a plain old Great League format. This time we're going into Remix. Remix is now this format, which is only going to be running for a short period of time, where the most used Pokemon in the Great League have been banned, such as the ever-common Azumarill, Galarian Stunfisk, Venusaur, Raichu's, Marowak's. Like, they are not in the remix. But these Pokemon that I am using that have gotten me to Legend before are all clear. So let's see what my boys can do. I'll introduce the team just in case you haven't seen them yet, but they are the exact same three Pokemon from the last Expert video. We start off with the leading Jellicent. My Jellicent has a pretty stellar PvP IV caught in the wild. It is running Hex, Bubble Beam, Shadow Ball. Run the Hex for the Psychic types like Hypno and Deoxys. I love using the Bubble Beam as a shield bait. Next up, we have the Alolan Ninetales, and I am running Powder Snow. A lot of people like to use Charm on their Alolan Ninetales. I prefer Powder Snow for that super quick energy duration. Like, even if I get switch locked, sometimes if I'm like fast enough with the energy charge, I can actually stall out the timer from firing Weather Ball after Weather Ball and get Ninetales out of there. Because most likely, my Ninetales has gotten stuck on a Registeel, so that's why we have the last Pokemon, my shiny Medicham. This Medicham has been XL'd to level 46, and once again, I run something a little differently. I run Power Up Punch. A lot of people will run the Ice Punch Psychic. I prefer Power Up Punch, one for the possible shield bait, and two, like Power Up Punch plus counter equals a steamroll sometimes. If I can match the Medicham up to the right Pokemon, I can steamroll an entire team. So, these are the Legend makers of last season. Let's see if they can get me the Legend this season. Let's get these matches underway. First match, up against TZ Spenex. Sounds like a cool DJ name. Alright, up against a Shadow Beedrill. I'm not too afraid of this. I'm going to be able to resist the Poison type being a Ghost type. That's because he's using Poison Sting. I think he actually counted and CMP tied me. I tried to go to the Bubble Beam but failed. Being a Shadow Beedrill, that does a lot of damage. So yeah, my Bubble Beam didn't fire, so I'm actually taking advantage of this, holding on to that energy and sending out my Medicham. And you know what I'm going to be doing, fam. I am going to be power-up punching this Vigoroth over and over again, getting these attack buffs, hold on to some energy, and hit something hard after taking out the Vigoroth. Yep, there is power-up punch number 1. I'm actually going to be able to farm it down now. What I would really like to do is get to the Psychic and then Psychic that Beedrill. Like, I do not want that Beedrill to even touch my Alolan Ninetales, so the sooner I knock it out, the better. Alright, I'm expecting Beedrill. I don't know what the third is yet, but I imagine Beedrill's coming back. There he is! Hoping he doesn't shield this Psychic. He most likely is, but I gotta take the chance. Yep, there is the shield. So I'm still able to do a little bit of damage with some counters. Yeah, I did get that shield. So I'm not gonna play games here. I'm going to the Shadow Ball. He just used a shield. I have one shield above him. Don't think he's going to use this shield. Oh, he does! Oh! But I do have a lot of energy stored up. I still have 2 of my shields. So I'm going to try and get to that Shadow Ball again and fire. I really should have done a Bubble Beam shield bait, but I'm really afraid of this Beedrill touching my Alolan Ninetales. But luckily the Beedrill gets knocked out. He has a Wish Cache in the back. I actually really love this Pokemon. You know, back in the main series games, it actually could learn Spark. I loved teaching Whiscash Spark. It was a egg move, something you'd have to breed for. So anyway, we're both doing neutral damage to each other. The main difference is here that Alolan Ninetales is just a better attacker. I'm gonna get to my Weather Balls really quickly, and the Weather Balls do more damage. We're both running Stab because he's he's running Mud Bomb. But Mud Bomb just isn't that strong, while Weather Ball is. Weather Ball can do quite a bit of damage on any Pokemon that knows Weather Ball. Weather Ball is just like one of those moves that if you know it, you're a PvP viable Pokemon. So yes, I still have my shield, so he's finally getting it out of me. Didn't really need to use it, but I was like, why not? And down goes the Whiscash. Next match up against Spartan L17. So a level 17 Spartan, okay, cool. They start with an Alakazam, how unique. So you can see this guy actually is legend already, and he has a Snorlax backing up that Alakazam. What a different pick. But you know, once you get the legend, you get to experiment like that. You don't need to worry about your rating so much unless you want to be some sort of top player. So yeah, I take advantage of the Snorlax. I'm gonna Power Up Punch it, give counters. It's kind of a rinse and repeat from like that Vigoroth swap from last battle. So I don't want to be taken out quite yet. So he's actually getting a shield out of me. Because the Snorlax is using Lick, he's actually doing super effective damage against me. But I'm able to charge up to a Psychic. And they send out, oh, I could tell it was a Psychic type, but I didn't see what. So I'm gonna use Psychic and maybe hope for a defense. Ah, okay. It is Alakazam. So I actually could have did a Power Up Punch. You can see that Psychic resists fighting, so counter shouldn't be doing that much damage. But Alakazam is one of the glassiest of glass cannons. You can see these counters are actually racking up a lot of damage. So, bring out Jellicent, gonna try and hex it down. Alakazam can totally run Shadow Ball. Don't trust it. There's the Shadow Ball. So they swap out and bring out Bastiodon. Okay, this is actually a little troubling. If I had Medicham, I would have been fine. But nope, it's a Bastiodon. So if I'm not able to take care of this Bastiodon with my Jellicent, this might be game over. Bastiodon quad resists my Ice-type moves from Ninetales, and Ninetales takes super effective damage from Rock-type moves. This is what seemed like such a one-sided battle on my end, is suddenly like, uh-oh, I might actually lose this. So, Jellicent is going to be trying to do as much damage as possible to this Bastiodon. I'm going to debuff it again with the Bubble Beam. So I'm predicting he's going to switch soon into the Alakazam. Like, one of the reasons why I'm firing the Bubble Beams is because he's probably counting up to my Shadow Balls. I'm surprised he actually hasn't used that last shield yet. Yep, Stone Edge does not take me out thanks to those debuffs. I'm able to Powder Snow this Alakazam down. There it goes. I got to a Weather Ball. I fire the Weather Ball. So this is actually phenomenal. I did not think I was going to take this game. He does not even use his last shield. I feel like he still might have had a chance if he used that shield. My Ninetales wasn't going to take those Rock-type moves good, but that's why you don't give up, trainers. You keep fighting. Third match, Hunter Mech 811. Once again, another legend trainer rocking the legendary pose and outfit. They start with a Roserade. Alright, we're getting some spicy picks today. So, Roserade recently got Leaf Storm. So that's what I am guessing this Roserade is going to be using. Probably a Leaf Storm Weather Ball Fire. So I'm going to try and debuff. And I actually get the shield. Remember, Jellicent can learn Ice Beam. I might be running Shadow Ball, but they don't know that. I could have been running Ice Beam. I might have been able to take out that Roserade in one hit. So yeah, Leaf Storm takes me out even after an attack debuff. So, Bubble Beam debuff, Leaf Storm debuff, that's 3 debuffs right there. Leaf Storm counts as 2, was not worried about that Fire-type Weather Ball, did not shield it. So I overcharge a little bit, then take out the Roserade. So I'm 1 shield above them, but I'm a little more damaged. They had a Registeel, that's not good. And they immediately swap into an Altaria to my Medicham, that's worse. So, I might be a shield up, but they have some pretty good typings here. So I try to fake him out with a Power-Up Punch, does not work. If I am going to take this victory, I really need them to use a shield on this Altaria. So I'm trying to fake him out again. Once more, an Ice-type move is a possibility. Medicham could have Ice Punch. They don't know that. Ugh, they still hold on to that shield, but now I am 2 attack buffs. I need to use my shield, so I have run out of shields entirely. I really need him to use this last shield. Will they finally do it? They do it! Oh, finally! So I need to now get to Psychic to take out the Altaria, but it's actually looking a little too late. I was so focused on my charge move, I did not realize that Medicham is very low on health. So even though I'm able to do a nice little chunk of damage on that Registeel, it's not going to matter. He's going to get the Flash Can. Ninetales has a quad weakness to Steel. That is game. Ooh, yeah, that just goes to show you, if you win the lead, like, that can just win you the game sometimes. Jumping right into the next match up against Del Piero FC. Let's go! They're rocking the legendary ranking and pose with those clothes. Lots of legendary trainers tonight. Alright, so pretty so-so lead here. I do pretty okay on the Altarias. The problem is I'm most likely going to lose. But a lot of these Altarias will shield the Bubble Beam nowadays. In the past, I wasn't getting the shield as much, but this time... Did I get the shield? I'm not sure on that one because I didn't see any damage, but I didn't see the shield animation. Okay, the shield is missing. They did shield. Animation did not play. Cool. So we're going into the Shadow Ball just to do a good deal of damage. If I was running Ice Beam, this might be a knocked out Altaria, but that would be a very niche moveset. You'd only want like Ice Beam, Bubble Beam on a lead Jellicent. Otherwise, like, you want Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball just hits a lot of things hard. So down goes my Jellicent. They see my Ninetales, immediately get out of there. I substitute in my Medicham for this Diggersby. So Ninetales and Medicham would be good options against the Diggersby. The main reason I would switch into Medicham is because Diggersby always runs Fire Punch, which would really damage my little Ninetales, so I'm out of there. But Earthquake is still going to take half my Medicham's health. So the main difference though is still that Fire Punch doesn't take as much energy and would be doing a lot of damage to that Ninetales. Medicham is the much better option right now. So Power Up Punch, Power Up Punch. We got 2 attack buffs right now. I don't want to risk another Earthquake, but it was a Fire Punch. I should have saw that coming. There was no way he had enough energy to get to an Earthquake. So here is the Altaria. So I've actually gotten 2 attack buffs. I'm not super afraid of the Altaria, but just in case I fire a Psychic, and they actually shield it. Oof. So I substitute in my Ninetales, and they send out Registeel. Oh no. This is not good. No wonder they shielded. So this is not looking good. I have 1 shield, even with a full HP alone Ninetales. A Flash Can will one-shot Ninetales every time. There's the first Flash Cannon. So I'm going to start trying to hammer it. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to hammer this Registeel with as many charge attacks as I can. So I mentioned this in the beginning of the video. I'm running that timer every time I use a charge attack, beating Registeel to the Flash Cannon. My hope is that I can switch my Medicham into a Flash Cannon and, like, substitute shield. That's what that's called. It's like a substitute shield. Medicham's not going to be able to do anything. Oh, I tried so hard, but it doesn't work. I wasn't able to switch out, but I was trying very hard. Down goes the Ninetales, and I actually take out the Altaria right there. A counter knocked him out. And I get to the power-up punch before Lock-On is able to take out my Medicham. This was quite the turnaround. Another game that I did not think I was going to win, but didn't give up, and I won. Look at that. Last match up against a Cutie Pie. Another expert rank. What a great name with like the overalls and the Baneri in the pocket. So they bring out their Shiny Mew. Ooh, Shiny Flex. So this is always a very questionable matchup. We're both doing super effective damage to each other, but I've got the stab. The other thing is, they always run Wild Charge. There it is. Good thing I shielded. You never know, though, if the Mew is going to bluff with like a Surf or a Flame Charge before going into the Wild Charge. They never know if I'm going to Bubble Beam or go into a Shadow Ball. So it's just better to play it safe and use the shield. But this time, I'm going to try for the Shadow Ball and see if I can get them. See, I got Shield Bait. They use Surf. So, I'm hoping they decide not to shield and I get this knockout. Let's see what happens. Where you are both shieldless. But if I can still get to that Bubble Beam, maybe I can take care of this Mew. Oh, no, they were just a bit faster than me. This is going to be a knocked out Jellicent. One hit will take out this Mew, though. Make that like 3 resisted hits. So, they bring out a Roserade, but they don't have any shields. So I'm going to easily Psychic this Roserade out of here. Down goes the Roserade, so I'm banging Registeel's next. Yep. And they give up, which would be appropriate. Yeah, the only reason they would want to bring out a Roserade into a charged up Medicham is if they had a Steel type in the back. So that's 4 wins. Alright. With that, I should actually be able to make it to Legend rank. This is way earlier than last season. The Alolan Ninetales, Medicham, and Jellicent combo has just been working so well for me. So our encounter is Flappy. Not exactly the best encounter to get for Legend rank, but you know, we'll take what we can get. And it's also the worst possible Flappy I could have gotten. Into the grinder it goes, and there I am, making it to Legend. Snapshot for the friends. Dust. Pose, earmuffs, shoes, outfit, pants. Fantastic. And as per Legend tradition, we're going to use a pass and get that encounter to see if we get a shiny Libre. Alright, up against Electro Blade. I actually had a match before this, but I lost. So we're going to go right through this one to get to that encounter. So, they throw out a Shiny Haunter. Love Shiny Haunter. I love the blue tongue. But, the matchup is pretty ugh. So, this is most likely Shadow Punch, which I would survive, but not ideally. They most likely would be able to Shadow Claw me down. So, I'm going to try and Shield Bait as I always do with the Bubble Beam. Will I get the shield? No. They knew exactly what I was up to. So they got debuffed, so I'm not afraid of this Shadow Punch this time. Yep, I survived just fine. I've actually got enough energy to fire a Bubble Beam. When they send out Obstagoon, yikes. So being a Dark type, you would think immediately knockout, right? But they run counter, so I'm actually going to be able to hang on for a second and get to another Bubble Beam. Hex gives a lot of energy, so I'm able to get to my charge moves really quickly. So that is now a twice debuffed Obstagoon. So will they keep the Obstagoon in or switch out to get rid of those debuffs? There they go. A Alolan Ninetales, and this one's running Charm. So yeah, my Medicham was not going to like that Alolan Ninetales whatsoever. That Ice resists Ice, so I don't want to go for Weather Ball. I'm going to go for Psyshocks. They easily saw that coming and shielded it. But I'm going to keep running the Psyshocks. I'm going to shield their Psyshock. Oh, they Weather Ball baited me. This isn't looking great. So hopefully they let this Psyshock go through. If I was them, I would shield this. Yep, there's the shield. Can I make it to a Psyshock? I hope so. I just barely make it. I did not think I was going to make it to that Psyshock. But I somehow did, and that really helps. Because my Medicham isn't going to be able to take these charms very well. As long as this isn't Dazzling Gleam, I should be okay. Okay, just a Weather Ball. They get out of there. Unfortunately for them, I am a power-up punch using Medicham. This Obstagoon is not going to be able to hang out for very long. I thought he had some energy stored up. Maybe he was trying to go for a Hyper Beam because a Night Slash or Cross Chop wouldn't have finished me off. But I have enough counter and power-up punch boost to take out that Ninetales before the Charm takes me out. Really close game. Let's see if we got the Shiny Libre. No. Oh, just a normal Libre. Libre Chew is still Libre Chew, though. You can only get a Libre Chew by being the top rank, Legend rank. This is my third ever Libre Chew. Wish it was shiny. IVs are phenomenally mediocre. Cool. So, that was me getting to Legend rank. This is the same team that got me to Legend Rank last season, so go give that video a watch. The Jellicent that you guys have been watching in the last two videos here is actually my second Great League made Jellicent. My first Great League Jellicent was actually from PvP, so it didn't have like the best IVs, but it wasn't horrible either. It was like in the 80% range. That Jellicent is now in the Ultra League. I still need to excel a little bit, but if you would like to see how an 80 IV PvP Jellicent does, go watch the following video up above. So I hope you guys enjoyed these matches. Metacham Jellicent, Alolan Ninetales. That is how you can get to Legend Rank. As always, trainers, happy hunting.